Matt Brooks, he's a local ripper. He's definitely been up here at Sun Peaks hanging out a lot. Last year he was up here helping build some trail. He was doing some camps and stuff. We had him out quite a few times actually. We were using him for different brochure shots and stuff like that. So if you pick up a Sun Peaks brochure and you open it up, there's definitely a shot or two of Matt Brooks in there. He's definitely a great guy for the sport and a good guy to have hanging out up here at Sun Peaks. He's really starting to do more with his free riding career and starting to do some more stuff, and it's great to have him up here ripping in the bike park from time to time.
Matt Brooks, a local born and raised in Kamloops, has over the past few years been making a name for himself in the world of freeride mountain biking. Still young enough to be considered a new school rider, but with 9 years of saddle time, he fits in among the pioneers as far as experience and skill is concerned. He recently competed in Colorado at the fledgling Colorado Crankworks event and was planning his debut as a pro at the Crankworks in Whistler till an injury put him out for the season. We took him out to lunch to find out what makes him tick. This is a morsel of Brooksy.
My history is kind of funny, actually. I started out as a spandex Avenger. I was a cross-country racer for quite a while. Got a little bit competitive at that. And then one day, I don't know what went off in my mind, but I just decided I was going to start jumping my bike. I think it was when I saw like the early crank movies. I realized, hey, I could ride down gravel pits like that. Let's try that out. So started jumping a little more, started racing four-cross and downhill a little bit more, because that was kind of the big thing. And then freeride started to get a little bigger as the years went on, and I just sort of made the natural move into that.
Yo, I ever tell you about the time these kids was after my fame? They tried to steal my rhyme book, so I blew up their plane. It made the 10 o'clock news, son, the ill-ass scene. And the best part about it was I got away clean. Whoever gave me the job, fed the land.
Do you have any riders that you did look up to back in the day and that maybe you still do, that really influenced your style of riding?
Yeah, some of the guys that influenced me back in the day, I'm sure everyone would say the first one is Wade Simmons. You know, you can't beat his flow, it's just awesome. Nowadays, you're seeing a lot more dirt jump stuff, which is cool, but I don't want to just do that. So, I mean, riders more like Cam McCall, I would say, are everyone's sort of hero now, because he can do everything, which is pretty cool, I think.
Yo, I got home to the scene of the original crime. Surprised I find at the time was 11:09. What's out the door was still open.
Favorite spots in Kamloops have to be probably like Harper Mountain. Some of the builders that are up working at Sun Peaks now actually built a lot of trail up there. I like to ride down at the Bike Ranch too, which is a city-funded bike park. This is all done by City of Kamloops and volunteer hours, which is pretty cool, I think. And it's turned out really well. You've probably seen it in a lot of like the New World Disorder movies and stuff like that.
Matt, as it turns out, is one of the directors of the Bike Ranch and responsible for its creation, along with a few other locals. It caters to all skill levels and only requires that you push your bike to the top, as it's not lift accessed. Matt gave us a quick tour.
We do have some big jumps, but we try and keep the landings as big and smooth as possible, and try and keep it a lot of fun for everybody.
How did this all come about? Because it's pretty unusual for a city just to sort of throw a piece of land at you and say, all right guys, sayonara.
Yeah, exactly. This came about because the city was having a lot of complaints about riders building illegal trails in Kamloops, which a lot of cities in BC are getting, you know, to have the same problem now. So the city decided as a solution to designate some land for us to ride in. So that's how this all came about, and it's been 3 or 4 years since then, and things have been going really well.
I felt the blood, saw the pain, then I started to scream, and that's the very moment I woke up from the dream. I sat up in my bed.
Talk a little bit about the sponsors that you have and the support that they give you, and how important that is for a mountain biker, you know, of your level, to be able to move from place to place and then go to these events.
Yeah, well, my sponsors include Banshee Bikes, Giro helmets, Mavic wheels, Adidas eyewear and clothing, and Danger Boy componentry. You know, without them, I wouldn't be able to afford to ride my bike the way I do. The way we ride, we're constantly breaking stuff, and you know, these guys are always looking out for you, making sure you're getting to the events you need to be at. It costs a lot of money to get overseas and down into the States, and these guys are willing to foot the bill and help you out. So without them, I mean, most of us wouldn't be doing this probably.
Today the streets were filled with strangers. Today the streets were filled with strangers.
Brooks, on the injured reserve list, so you're going to warm the bench for a little while. Talk about what happened the other day when we were on the hill.
Well, what happened yesterday was we started out in the morning shooting on a trail called Sugar up at Sun Peaks. Everything went well for the first part of the day, and then I decided I wanted to go hit the big jumps under the chair that I spotted, like usual. And was warming up on them and felt all right, but there was a really big one at the end, and I came in a little bit too hot and realized in the air I was going all the way to flat, so jumped over the bars and, well, landed flat and tore my ACL out, so it's going to be a good 6 months recovery time now.
Are you pissed off with the film crew for your injury because we were filming at the time?
Very. No, those things happen. I mean, I probably would have done the same thing if you guys weren't there, so it's like, what can you do?
Today the streets were filled with strangers.
Make sure you're learning safely, because if you get injured, that's it. Well, like me, I can be out for 6 months. I only got a half a season in now. So it's a fine balance, really. It's calculated risks, really.
All right, that's it. Thanks very much.